I think it was two things. Like, if you have enough caffeine, you can do anything. Caffeine and just enough lead time. Like, if you you just need like 48 hours. Any exam, any project, it's all possible. Honestly, lesson 2 is it's all about the people at the end of the day. And like, that's self-explanatory. I just really wanted to do my own thing. And so like when it came down to the decision, yeah, sure, I had to have the confidence to say, no, I don't want this salary or I don't want this prestige. But it just came down to self-awareness. There's struggle in every single job. Even if you're just a student, there's struggle and there's stress. And my thought process was, if it's gonna be hard, then I might as well do what I want. A lot of the mentors that I had were, like, one is obviously like my dad, who's a businessman, like in the same space that I'm in. And whenever he like gives advice or what to do, like I just listen, like I actually listen. And then there are a lot of my mentors too, were some like businessmen in Kingston, where like I went to school at Queen's, obviously. A lot were like professors at Queen's. And I think the surprising thing is when you're actually honest about the questions that you have to these mentors, and you're not just asking, you know, random stuff so that you can get through the coffee chat. When you're actually honest about the questions, you really mean it. Like, you want to know what they think about something. And when they tell you, it's like these people have like years and years and years of experience. Now the only catalyst is whether or not you're gonna do it or not. And there's so many times where some mentor told me something and to me it sounded insane, and to me it sounded impossible, I couldn't do it. And then I just tried to do it, and 2 or 3 months later it ended up happening. PropertySpark will definitely be the one place where realtors sign on to get all of their online and social media advertising done. And that's where it's gonna be. It's gonna be a one-stop shop to get everything done that a realtor needs online. Like, we're taking realtors from, 2 weeks ago, they were making 3 or 4 calls, a week to the local newspaper and to some random flyer that goes out to people in a certain area, and they were running over to Canada Post to pick up some flyers. Like, they were doing all this, and it was taking them hours and costing them literally thousands of dollars. All the realtor does is say, what property I'm advertising. I just want this to go out to as many people, right? And get as much reaction as possible. Now, that's a simple ask, but it's actually a very complicated process. And what we do is we run all their requests. So like, I want to advertise this in this area. This is what type of home it is. We automatically run all that through algorithms that tell us, okay, these are the people you want to reach with these property, right? And this is the type of ad that you want to run with this property. They don't see any of that. All they see is a bunch of people calling them to buy a house, but that's all they care about. So I think that people don't have to be like who they are, right? So if people are in, marketing, for example, and want to be an entrepreneur, but know that they don't have the willpower, that they don't have the skills, that they don't have, the strength to go and be that entrepreneur, like, that's fine. Like, just be self-aware that you don't have that now, but know that you don't have to be that person. Like, you can work on yourself. Like, you can read 100 books and you can start hitting the gym to teach yourself how much it hurts to actually do something, right? Like, you can, take 2 months off and try something so that you get into like the flow of being an entrepreneur. You can do things that make you somebody different from that, person that thought they can never be it. Like, if you don't think you can do it, that's fine. You probably can't. Because you've been partying for like a year, you haven't read a single book, and you haven't tried, like, obviously you can't start a business, but like, just because that's you today doesn't mean that has to be you tomorrow, right? Like, you slowly progress into the person that, crushing audiobooks as he's walking 20 minutes to his downtown office, right? Like, this wasn't me 2 years ago, but that's fine. Like, it's me now because I've worked on it for so long. So, like, yeah, you don't have to be the person you are today. And if you want to be someone else, you can be that. Don't be afraid of the pain. That's it. Like, you don't have to win. Like, you only have to win eventually.